Hey everyone! Welcome back to Canada Visa News. We've got some big news that could affect a lot of you out there. If you're in Canada on a visitor visa, or if you're planning to come here, you'll want to hear this. So, here's the scoop. As of August 28, 2024, visitors in Canada are no longer allowed to apply for work permits from within the country. That's right. If you're here on a visitor visa, you can't just switch over to a work permit without leaving Canada. This is a major shift in Canadian immigration policy, and it's something that could change how many people plan their move to Canada. You might be wondering why this change is happening. Well, this policy was originally introduced back in August 2020. It was a temporary measure designed to help people who couldn't go back home because of travel restrictions during the COVID-19 pandemic. Visitors could apply for work permits without leaving Canada, and if they'd had a work permit in the past 12 months but had since become a visitor, they could still work legally while waiting for a decision on their new work permit application. This policy was supposed to last until February 2025, but the Canadian government has decided to end it early. They say it's all part of their efforts to manage the number of temporary residents in Canada and to keep the immigration system running smoothly. If you submitted an application before August 28, it will still be processed, so don't worry if you're in that situation. One reason for this early end is that the IRCC found out that some people were misusing the policy. They were using it to work in Canada without proper authorization, which is a big issue. This is part of a broader crackdown on immigration fraud and efforts to reduce the number of temporary residents. For example, last year, around 700 Indian international students were caught in a mess with fake acceptance letters from designated learning institutions. Many of them didn't even know their letters were fake. Because of this, the IRCC now requires that all acceptance letters be verified within 10 days of receiving an international student application. Plus, Canada is now limiting the number of international students it will accept for the next 2 years. But that's not all. Canada is also making big changes to how it handles temporary foreign workers. On August 26, the government announced they would pause processing some Labour Market Impact Assessment (LMIA) applications, especially for those in areas with high unemployment rates. They're also restricting how many foreign workers employers can hire and reducing the maximum term of employment for low-wage workers from 2 years to just 1 year. These changes are part of a rollback of some of the temporary measures introduced during the pandemic to address labor shortages. For example, during the pandemic, the government allowed Canadian employers to hire up to 30% of their workforce through the low-wage stream of the Temporary Foreign Worker Program, TFWP, and extended the validity of LMIAs to 12 months. Now, many of these pandemic-era policies are being rolled back. This is all part of Canada's effort to fine-tune its immigration system and better manage temporary resident levels. If you're a visitor or planning to work in Canada, you'll need to navigate a more complex process now. Staying updated on these changes is crucial if you're planning to work in Canada. We'll keep you posted with any new updates and provide tips on how to adapt to these new policies. What do you think about this new change? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video, and until then, take care.